and all to the reset button, coming to you live on May 29th, 2025. I first off want to say I hate video games. Hate them. They are the worst thing you could ever touch, look at, experience. They're the worst. They'll break you down, make you sad. They would destroy you. Don't take video games. You'll become addicted. Don't do it. And that's going to be our discussion this entire episode about the breakdown of video games and how much we hate them and they're the worst. Actually, we're just going to talk about Xbox and how they're screwing everything up. Maybe we hate them a little bit right now, but I can tell you how much I hate Xbox. I could, except for the 360. That was pretty cool. But you know what? I decided it's a lot better to bring somebody on who likes Xbox and maybe somebody who can't stand Xbox. That should be fun. So, welcome. We have a whole, as usual, triangle round table. First, I introduce the ongoing Xbox fan who actually has the logo in the background. Shame on him, Mr. Johnny Chase.
Don't shame me. My wife and my mother-in-law bought it for Christmas. It's a great present. I love it. I love Xbox. I want you to do better. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. And we're gonna
you
talk
sound like
about
a
that
real
tonight.
That's like a mom or dad statement.
That is a dad voice. He's practicing. Good job. I'm proud of you, Johnny.
Thank you.
And of course, we have in the other corner, we brought a gushing Sony fan. Of course, Liz.
I'd like to point out I have the Sony light here too.
Okay, but it's not as prominent. You could toss that fake X off the table and focus on triangle, circle, cross, and square.
Oh, I was about to catch you. I was about to catch you. I was like, don't call it X.
See, I'm a real fan. I don't know if you do this. Haha. see. I know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say I'm a total Xbox hater. I was tricked into wanting an Xbox as a kid, and it introduced me to some phenomenal games that were only on Xbox and PC at the time, not on other consoles. However, once the 360 happened, that's where I fell off. So
wow, because some people will say the 360 where people jumped on.
That's
dude. I could talk about what I love on original Xbox. We could talk about that.
Oh yes,
but, I don't know if that's what we're here to do.
Oh, we can talk about what we love about Xbox and how we are very dad and mom disappointed. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But to complete this triangle that we're creating here, this Triforce, if you will.
Triangle of sadness.
We're going to create a little Triforce here today. We have the gushing Nintendo fan. Hello, how are you? I am wearing a Metroid shirt. But at the same time, just to make things really fucking weird, I'm wearing a Pong hat.
No, it's cool. I was going to compliment you on that hat. I really like it. It's actually it's cool. I like it.
I appreciate that. Usually,
although you are mirrored, so it says "gonk."
Gonk.
Gonk.
Yeah, I love playing golf on my Irada.
That was my favorite Vigi game.
It's so funny.
But yeah, Xbox. The reason why we're saying X has missed the spot, it's taking a turn for the worst. Some of the news stories have come out recently. Of course, everybody knows exclusivity is going out the window at Xbox at rapid pace. One of the previous exclusives they had, not exclusive anymore, Gears of War, one of their biggest games. So big, in fact, that I forget how much they paid to buy that series from Epic. It was a pretty penny.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Yep. So they bought the exclusivity from Epic. It was originally just they were publishing on Xbox specifically. Epic was, and then Microsoft bought it outright, just to turn around after it was over a decade. It was like 14, 15 years, something like that. And now it is exclusive no longer. So we have that. Of course, they've put their games on PC before, but you might as well say Microsoft has its finger in the pie when it comes to PC. Everybody would agree to that. But not when it comes to putting Gears of War on PlayStation. It's insane. Along with that, crazy. I think the number one thing a lot of people are wondering is, when the fuck is Halo coming?
I know they've been swearing up and down. It's like, oh yeah, it's coming. It's like, it could very well on Keely's show next week that he could come out and say like, oh yeah, show. So PlayStation has gotten Forza, and Marcus Phoenix will be joining the front. Now let's take a look at another Xbox icon, and it's the Chief. And it's like, Master Collection coming to PlayStation.
There would be literally no reason to get an Xbox if that were to happen. Like, oh my god, what's the point? What's the point?
That's exactly what I was about to ask.
Anyway, okay.
If that were to happen, is the dream just dead? Is it over?
I mean, the only console at this point to have exclusivity is Nintendo. Like, you're not going to see Mario show up on Xbox. The only time you're going to see Mario show up on PlayStation is someone recreates it in dreams. Right?
That's true.
Like it's so crazy. Like, at this point, it's you want the console now for timed exclusivity. Like I'm hoping that there will still be time exclusivity, because like in the long run, Gears remastered, like, this is the second time it's been remastered, so it's not a necessity. I mean, a second remaster, perfect for Sony.
Cool. I'll play it. I really like Gears. I'll totally play it. That's like one of the few Xbox 360 and forward games that I like actually enjoyed. And it's like out of my usual genre of things, but I like it. It's good.
Yeah.
It's a series that Melanie and I have gotten into. Like, we're going through like some of the old games I used to play and co-op with friends that she never got an opportunity to play. So we've actually gone through all 3 Halos. We just wrapped Borderlands, and we've only done Gears 1. Oh, sorry, no, we've done Gears 2. We've done Gears 2. Yeah. Gears 3 will be the next one for us. And yes, we are even going to do Judgment. Good. Oh yeah, she got really emotional at the spoilers for a 20-year-old game at this point. But when Dom has to put down Maria, she got really emotional at that, and I'm like, oh god, what's going to happen on 3?
Well, like, they're really tight ass games. Like, they're good. Like, they're really well made, but like they also have a good story, which like,
yeah,
for like the big shooty boom boom genre, like, that doesn't necessarily go hand in hand. So like, I appreciate that. Like, it has like very good storytelling and like characters you actually care about. Yeah.
Unlike the continuance of Halo, which is why I'm kind of wondering if the story for Halo has been hot garbage for like, what, a decade now? It's awful.
Yeah, I tried to like 4, 5, and 6. Yes, I'm calling Infinite 6 because it is 6. But like,
that's fine.
Like with Infinite 6, like they just wanted to bring in like I guess he's the baddie from Halo Wars 2. And we're like, you left off 5 on a cliffhanger with like Cortana basically going nuts and getting all the other AIs to like basically follow her. And it's like, oh no, that's not a non-factor. Go fight this guy. It's like, no, I want to know what happens with like Cortana basically taking over fleets and saying, yeah, we're gonna, yeah, you're under our control now. And it's just like, oh no, just go worry about this other guy. Like, I don't know. I want to like it. I mean, they're okay games, but at the end of the day, it's also like they're really trying to just, this thing's on life support.
Well, they sent Cortana off to be a personal assistant. That's what happened. That's why they couldn't continue with that. Yeah, rare shout out to
She's
that.
Too busy.
That didn't work at all, did it, Windows? No. But
no.
I feel like it was conceptually really cool, but like, yeah, it didn't work.
No,
I do remember when a friend of mine had a Windows phone at the center I worked at. And he was like really big into achievements. Him and his wife, or ex-wife, I guess now, they were really, really big into like just getting everything on everything. So he had a Windows phone specifically to get achievements in. And I was like, "Oh, can I tell you
That's
something?" It's like,
insane.
so I grabbed this phone. I was just like, "Hey, Cortana, tell me about the flood." And then like Cortana would go off in this big diatribe about the flood because she had like all
That's
these
actually so
pre-programmed Halo
cool.
stuff on there. Yeah.
See, now geeky stuff like that is
That is cool.
cool with an AI assistant, but the problem is they're designed for everybody to use. So like, your grandpa is supposed to be able to use Cortana, and he didn't give a fuck. So that's why like making something geeky like that is cool for like all the gamers. I feel like that's probably why it didn't work as well as it could have. They tried to keep it on PCs, they tried to keep it nerdy, and instead like people don't want that. They want like I use Google Assistant in my house, and people want stuff like that. Just my soapbox for you. But now Xbox, along with losing their exclusives, another big issue that they, well, we call it an issue because it's still a rumor. It's a rumor that's been popping up just about everywhere. But again, rumors, you got to watch them because there was supposed to be a Switch Pro and there was not. The rumor being that the next Xbox console is going to include Steam. So basically, if you're going to have an Xbox console coming up that's going to include Steam, you might as well just say this Xbox is a glorified Steam machine, and those things never really got off the lot, never really went anywhere. But I mean, that's the thing. If you're going to get this Xbox hardware, what exactly is Microsoft doing at that point? Are they just supplying the hardware so Valve and Steam can eat up all the software sales? Because I guarantee that's what's going to happen.
And that's the thing. I was
Seems
trying
like a
to
lose-lose.
remember. I was trying to remember or try to find like that monthly Xbox show that they do, or this week in Xbox, because like Phil Spencer actually was coming. Was like, oh yeah, we've got the next system ongoing and this and that and the other thing. It's just like, but now they're on this like big ad campaign where like, your PC's an Xbox, your phone's an Xbox. It's like they're trying so hard to like convince you not to buy their hardware now. I mean, they did a great job over the last couple of weeks there by jacking up the price of the console.
Yes.
Like, oh yeah, we really don't want people to buy your machine now. Actually, I was just gonna see how much it is in Canada.
I have a
Field trip
question.
time.
Uh-oh.
This is like somewhat related. It's not related, but it's related by
Okay.
subject.
Sure.
So you're talking about a weekly Xbox show. Okay.
Well, no,
Not
I think that
Xbox. But does anyone remember Allison and Gary?
Allison Gary. No.
Mm-mm.
Was it a weekly Xbox show?
Okay. No, it's not Xbox. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
No.
No, I'm clueless.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, this is a whole subject for another time, and you need to YouTube this, and we need to talk later. But on the Wii, there was a stupid ass weekly Wii show about games and shit coming out, and the hosts were Allison and Gary.
Oh,
It was like a thing on
it was
Wii.
on the Wii itself. I vaguely remember that now.
Yes, on one of the
Yeah.
Wii channels. Yeah.
Oh.
And then they moved
And no
that to
one talks
YouTube
about
afterwards.
this. I watched it all the time. I don't know. They like stopped doing it after a point, but like it went for like a solid 2 or 3 years, I think. Anyway, okay, that's like we need to have a talk about the Wii eventually. Like hard talk about the Wii.
You know, this Allison and Gary thing sounds like Kit and Krista from Nintendo as well. I don't know if any of the viewers have seen Kit and Krista.
YouTube show.
Yeah, they both
I
left
never seen it, but I
Nintendo.
knew that like I have a feeling they did a lot of Treehouse stuff, but they also did like a weekly show.
Yes, yeah, they
Basically,
did.
like they were
the
like
weekly
they
show.
were the faces. They were the faces of Nintendo during that whole. Remember when Nintendo was like really anal about you doing stuff on YouTube? Where just like they would take all your ad revenue and people didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
Like I remember Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter, like even though in the same company, like Achievement Hunter was all like, "We're with you. We're not going to play Nintendo on our system," and then Rooster's like, "No, you should really start playing Nintendo. We don't care about that." It was like, "Yeah, but we just took a big stance and say we're with all the gamers." It was a big shit show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do remember though, after they had left, I think they were on someone else's podcast. I think it might have been Wood Beat 'em Ups, and he like flat out asked them, it's just like, hey, did I get kicked out of the Nintendo partner program for emulating Breath of the Wild with mods? And they're like, yeah, you did. Just flat out, just
What a
like,
silly
Nintendo kicked you out
question.
because of that.
What a silly question. Like, of course you did. Like, you really think that, like, you're going to do something like that, make it, like, known on the internet that you did that, and you're still going to be allowed to appear in the treehouse?
Yeah.
Are you insane? It's the dude that we're talking about. Now, I know this is supposed to be bashing Xbox, but we could bash Nintendo too. Why not?
We got the tracks a lot, though.
Love shit talking Nintendo as much as we love Nintendo. But this is just all Xbox hate. Just kidding. We don't totally hate Xbox. I just have had issues with it after the original. That's all.
I'll bring us back. So on Best Buy Canada's site there, if you want to get an Xbox Series X with this drive, 1 terabyte, it's now $730 Canadian.
That is ridiculous.
Absolutely. For 2 terabyte, it's only $7.99 for an extra terabyte.
Oh.
But God, yeah, the Series S is like $449 now. I'm so happy we got that when we did. I think when we bought the Series S for my wife, because like she doesn't have any physical games other than Ghostbusters, which she's already played. But the 1 terabyte, we bought that for her. I think it was around like 300 and something by the time. Now it's like 530. Like honestly, like these price hikes and the whole not being exclusive, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go to PC down on Steam now. Like you get better discounts on PC games, anyways. You know.
You do.
And I've got a PC now that can easily run most of these games, and now I can throw mods at them.
Well, I mean, there's so many factors working against it. I largely, I know, Johnny, you and I, and now we've learned from last episode, Liz prefers physical as well. We do not like digital most of the time. Most of the time. The problem is, as time marches on, they don't give a damn what you want. It's going digital for the most part, but they'll be happy to sell you like an extra drive to add on USB for like $150 or something ridiculous. So what's keeping you from just saying, screw Xbox, I'll just go PC or something like that? Especially with, like you were talking about, the price hikes, when everybody else is considering like releasing new software, or PlayStation is going to release the PS5 Pro, and that justifies the pricing for it. They're going to come out and tell you, we're changing nothing. It's the same hardware, the same console that we presented you for the past 5 years. We want you to pay more now. This is 5-year-old hardware.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine going into a PC store right now? I'm talking to everybody who builds PCs, and you know how to do this. You've done it before. Can you imagine going into a PC store and you see like a 5-6-year-old GPU sitting there on the shelf? You're like, oh man, that's one of the older GPUs. Maybe I can get a deal. No, not only are they going to charge the price it was 5 years ago, they're going to up the price on your ass. Can you imagine that?
Didn't
that's
that
such
happen,
a knee-jerk
though?
reaction to all this tariff stuff, and it's just.
To answer Johnny, it did, but there's a specific reason for that Xbox doesn't have. Well, not only COVID, Bitcoin mining.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing, is that people were buying them all up because they wanted to mine Bitcoin, and look what happened there.
So Bitcoin mining is what caused that. Nobody's mining Bitcoin with Xbox.
No.
So they can't be like, oh well, PC does this too. No, sorry, it's not even in the same ballpark.
Yeah.
It's just,
and I think like it was hot for a while, and then they slowly brought it back down.
Yeah.
For the GPUs.
Yeah, they've come back down. The problem with them now is chip shortage.
Again, chip shortage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this time we can't blame COVID and no one mining the materials. Now we can blame the Orange Oompa Loompa.
That, among other fun things. We are reminding.
Yeah. We are mining reward. Yes, our daily logins and all that.
Thank you. That actually made me laugh.
It made me laugh too.
Thanks for being.
Like usually, we try to keep this show friendly to the people who are not live and everything, even though we are reading chat. I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
What a hit. What a solid hit. Word, man. Good job. But no, when Xbox, the brand, when Phil Spencer comes in and tries to tell you about like how they want to make gaming for everybody and they want to make it inclusive, bring everybody in and everything, unless your ass is poor, apparently, they're not wanting you to be in there for that. I mean, they are being more inclusive. I'll give them that. You can have a PlayStation and play Xbox. Not worry about that.
Yep.
Soon, I still predict 100% that soon enough, maybe not within the year, maybe a year and a half, 2 years, but you're going to be able to play the Game Pass streaming on your Switch too. I fully see that happening because these are the same guys. Another thing that's really killing Xbox, they thought this was going to be their ace in the hole. It's not. Is like Johnny was saying before, this is an Xbox, that's an Xbox. The phone that I have right here, this thing is an Xbox. Everything is an Xbox according to them. So one of the driving factors that they were hoping for, along with subscription revenue, they were hoping that, as traditionally, some of the games you try, it increases sales because you don't want the game to get pulled. From everything I understand, that's slowed down. Slowed down tremendously because most stuff isn't getting pulled.
Yeah. I'm actually genuinely shocked. This is the third time Rockstar has put GTA 5 on Game Pass. I thought for sure it would be gone by now. It's usually like it's on there and then it's gone. It's like, oh, you had your chance to play it, now it's gone. I think it's still on there. I'm like, what the hell? Like, are they gonna leave it on there now for like until next year when we get GTA 6?
Might as well.
Yeah. It's like, here, one last hurrah with the GTA 5. All right, now everyone go to GTA 6. I mean, that could happen. But I'm like generally shocked because like Rockstar tends to put their games on there for like the shortest amount of time compared to everyone else. Like everyone else there, they'll keep it on there like for a good long while. I mean, I think most recently, like the Yakuza series finally just got taken off of Xbox or Game Pass, and it was on there for like 3 or 4 years.
No, that's why I like to own my games.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have Game Pass and they're on there, you've got plenty of time to play them. I think like a good RPG will stay on there for at least a year.
Oh, that's not whatever. Whatever. I own my games, you guys. I don't Blockbuster this shit. There's a reason why Blockbuster shut down.
Netflix.
Yeah, I don't.
The logic doesn't add up. But you know what I'm saying? I own my shit.
I was gonna say, Redbox killed the Blockbuster star, and then Netflix killed the Redbox.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it boils down to like if you get their Game Pass, most of the stuff that you really want on there, it's gonna stay. So why buy anything? Now Sony, I don't know, like. Johnny, do you have like the big Sony package that has like all the bits and perks and everything?
No, I just have the essential. So I get to play online for whatever game is online, which is not any. Basically, this is just hey, I get 3 free games a month through the PlayStation Essentials. I did not go for any of the bigger subscriptions because from what I've seen is that the library wasn't really that great. And the fact of the matter is that they still can't natively port PS3 games. It's all streaming. I mean, cool for you if you don't have a PS3 and you want to play Third Strike Online Edition. But if you're doing it on PS4, PS5, you got to stream that shit. So we're having lag on the lag on the lag. I don't care how good rollback netcode is. You're getting double latency on that if you play it on there.
Exactly. That was actually the point I was going to make with that, is that Sony, when you have like their big whoop-de-doo package that comes with everything, when there's a game that you're getting into, especially when the newer ones, and you're really getting into it, you like it. Next thing you know, out of the fucking blue, they'll pull that thing off. They are the complete opposite when it comes to Game Pass. Pretty much like daring you not to buy the game if you even remotely like it. I can't remember. I'd have to look on there and see what game I was trying. It was a fairly new one. I was digging it, really playing it, getting into it, and then about a week later, went to boot it back up, and it took me to the store page to buy it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Seriously? It's gone that fast. So Sony, they kind of know what's up when it comes to like making sure that people are still buying games. But I think, like you were saying, their service that you subscribe to kind of sucks unless you're just that hard up to play Twisted Metal 2. I don't know, some people are. But yeah, I think that they've got the better balance with it for the most part versus Microsoft. It's just like, just get Game Pass. Just get Game Pass and never buy Xbox again. Okay.
Fair enough. I mean, but wait, to be fair, like I do like the fact that with Game Pass you do get, you know, some of their bigger games like day one, or if you want to spend a little bit extra, you can get it like 3 or 4 days early. Like thanks to Game Pass, like I played through all, well, not all, like I didn't do most of the side stuff, but Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Sure.
I just finished Doom to Dark Ages.
Sure. So those are all really good examples, but
Yeah.
I guess the big question there is, what's stopping you from just playing it on your PC?
Actually, I have
What's
Game Pass
stopping
Ultimate,
you?
so I don't know. I mean,
Playing it
I
on a
think it's because
console is
I
so
have-
comfy.
True, it is comfy. It's just booted
So
up and it's
comfy.
ready to go. I would say though that like I'm more comfortable. I'm getting more comfortable playing stuff on PC, but right now it's just. I think it's just the fact that I have it and it's there and I need an excuse to use it other than just playing Fortnite, which I'm probably going to convert to PC because I'm like, do I just because like honestly the only thing I'm booting up on Xbox right now is Fortnite because that's where I started everything on. But I had the account on PC, so I could just convert it over. But then again, I made the mistake of making 2 Epic Games accounts. So like most of the free stuff they give away is on one account and the other one is not on
That's
there. So like
very bizarre.
I don't think you can mush it all in there, but
2 Epic Game accounts? Okay.
yeah.
I guess I'll be
One's
the...
attached to my main email, and the other one's on my second email. And I keep forgetting which one I put my free games on. So
I guess I'm going to be the PC Master Race person here for a second and just be like, you know, yeah, I get it. Game Pass, it's good. It is better than the Sony service, I'll say it. Sorry to break any PlayStation fans' heart, but I agree. Game Pass is essentially better than what Sony is offering. But you can actually play all of this stuff on PC. Like, I'm in this comfy chair right now. I'm in from the PC. I've got my Stadia controller right here. I can just play whatever is being offered on Xbox right now, right here. I don't need an Xbox. I could honestly go sell all of my Xbox systems and be fine. And that's the situation they put themselves in.
And I think the reason why I won't do that is just because I have such a back catalog and like some of the older stuff that I just like I want to eventually get around to. So I fear if I sell it, it's you know I'm cutting myself off from like a lot of stuff. Like I know of a lot of it's on Game Pass, and I could stream it through cloud on PC, which I hear is not too bad. Like I've seen people like in their browser streaming the 360 versions of Banjo Kazooie and Banjo Tooie. It runs pretty good through that streaming service, but
Yeah,
I'm just like
it's not bad.
I just got way too much backed up where I'm like, it's like I could get rid of it, but then like here's all those games that maybe I'll want to play someday, and I've invested a lot of time curating it. I'm not gonna say money because some of it, some of it was money, and I feel like that's just flushing that down the drain.
Yeah.
There's not really any way I could resell that.
I can see like if you needed it for like some Series S/X exclusive games you didn't want to lose. I could see that, but I mean overall I have my old Xbox systems, but when it comes to like Series S or Series X, let's see. In terms of games that can only run on those systems, And also a physical game that I bought. Ask me how many physical games I've bought for Xbox Series S/X, and it can only run on that system specifically. How many do you think I bought?
0.
No, you tell us.
One.
And
Ooh.
Fucking Street Fighter 6 because Johnny wanted to play it on Xbox.
But no,
That's
Street Fighter
it.
6 crossplay. It's crossplay. You didn't need to get it on Xbox.
I didn't trust the crossplay, honestly.
It actually works wonders. It's crazy because like whenever we do those game days, we have like, you know, I'm on Xbox and people are on PlayStation, some people are on PC, and it just runs great. And next week it's gonna be on Switch too. Well, there we go.
It's gonna be so weird on Switch too, but it's gonna be so good.
That's true. And just my wife, she did bring this up in chat. There's all those games that I share with Melanie there too. So like she's got an Xbox and like I have her on my Game Pass and Gold Ultimate like on a family plan so that she doesn't have to pay for it. And also like I make her console the home console. So that way I can be online on here. She can be online there. You just have to buy one copy of the game.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. But I think ultimately the only reason why you would want to just stick around with it at this point is if you have like your your Xbox legacy
invested.
Yeah. Your Xbox legacy. That's basically
Mm-hmm.
the only reason. Which I think, you know, we don't want to beat the bad down forever and ever with this one. We'll slide to some good and talk about like the Xbox legacy. And basically what it means to us, because this could be it. I'm not saying that like Xbox
it's kind
is
of depressing.
I don't think it's going to be gone forever.
I like hating on Xbox, okay? I like hating on it. Console wars, bro.
Tom is crying somewhere.
I don't want to hate on it, but I will say it, and Patrick and I've had this conversation several times here on this podcast too. I feel that like, you know, Phil Spencer can keep saying that they're working on the next Xbox console till the cows come home. I'm going to call it. I think they're going to just like dust their hands on never making any new hardware and just be like, nope, we're going to be a publishing company now. They're going to Sega this thing. So Xbox Game Studios is the only thing Xbox that'll be branded. We'll still have Game Pass. We'll still, you know, they'll still get that curated game content to you somehow, whether it's through your phone or through your PC. But as far as like making new hardware, I think they're done.
Yeah,
they'll still make controllers. Like pound for pound, I love the Xbox controller. It feels good. The buttons are a good place, and the Elite controllers I keep buying. I mean, at least with Series 2, the Series 1's a piece of dog shit, but the Series 2 has been great. Well, I mean, like when I've got my Series 1, it like the rubber melted after like 2 weeks.
Jesus.
Like legitimately like melted off like the plastic. I had to super glue it back on. Like these
what kind of melting? Did it like slide off or did it get
it was sliding off. It was bad.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Hold on. We need to have a day where we talk about controllers and like there's ways that controllers get crusty and slimy. Like it's a whole topic on its own. But yeah. Anyway, we won't get too graphic about this.
I was gonna say, is that the episode where we gross each other out and just cry the entire time?
I can tell you some horror stories of controllers I've had in the past. Ones that I've gotten from, if everyone remembers, renting consoles from either like your video stores or in my area, some gas stations would rent you consoles. Before we ever got our old Babby NES, we would rent one. Second controller would always not work. So if you were Luigi, you were fucked.
Oh, I think we could have a whole conversation about not consoles, but controllers at conventions. And how Lysol is a motherfucking necessity.
Yes.
Oh my
and wet
God.
Wipes, all the things.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I was going to say before we go to like the legacy and talk about like OG Xbox and everything, I think it's a bit poetic that Microsoft's attempt to enter the console market was trying to buy Nintendo, being denied, and basically said, fine, we'll go create our own console with blackjack and hookers, and it worked. And then their legacy for an exit is they tried the same strategy by buying software companies, and it didn't work this time. Didn't work at all. It created an enormous amount of debt, enormous amount, and they're just not seeing enough to justify what they did. It was very, very stupid. But who do you blame in that situation? Do you blame the president of Microsoft for allowing it, or do you blame Phil?
It's hard to say because like I don't like giving him that much bad press because but you gotta remember that Phil Spencer was like put in like he was like sitting there like the ship was like half sunk at that point or almost fully sunk, and he's there just like with one pail trying to like unsink this ship that Don Matrick just absolutely fucked up.
Oh
With
yeah,
the
Don
Xbox
Matrick
One.
was
No
like
bad about it. TV,
just
TV,
putting
TV,
holes in
TV,
the boat.
TV, TV, Madden, TV, movies, TV, TV, TV. I think you can still find that video somewhere. And then telling Keeley at E3, we have an option for people that don't have sustainable internet. It's called the 360. Just like shut up and buy our console and get good internet. Like he brought that back to like something reputable, but I mean like by that like Xbox One did not sell very well in any iteration.
No.
And I don't even know what the Series X and S numbers are like. I mean, it was a hard time getting like finding them on shelves. That we and same was PS5, but everyone's saying that like the PS5 outsold it. I think they sold. Honestly, I think they sold equally, but you know I don't have raw numbers in front of me to justify that. You know, I mean, trust me, bro. But yeah, like I mean, he's ahead of that. He brought it up as best as he could. I mean, at some point, you just gotta be like, well, I mean, that's it. We could try to keep getting higher than this, but like when people aren't really liking the stuff we're putting out, I mean, what else can we do? It's like, I mean, you could try to fight for this, but I don't know. I remember reading somewhere that since its inception, every Xbox has been sold at a loss. Like every piece of hardware they've sold has been at a loss. They've never made profit on the actual hardware.
Well, I mean, the 360 and all of its success, of course, it eventually became a loss because of Red Ring. That was colossally bad.
Well, like 86% or something.
Oh, just
first
absolutely
run Xbox 360
fucked it up.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they fought back though, and they clawed their way back up, but then Sony just like came back aggressively. It was just like, all right, we're gonna take off all this junk off the PS3. Okay, we're gonna make the slim version, then the super slim version, and they started edging back.
Yeah.
You know? And then Naughty Dog was like, you know, here's the Uncharted trilogy, here's Last of Us, and they started. I think by the end of that generation, PS3 was the top console. Like it
was.
Well,
aside from like,
I mean, the Wii, I think
we actually had it, but yeah, I get what you mean
but like,
there.
360 had it for a while, but then like PS3 like slowly came back at the end and just like took them over.
I think I get what you're saying with Don Matrick, and I used to be the person to say, yeah, it's definitely Don Matrick. He's what really crippled this brand. He's what really just caused them to be failures. But I don't know anymore. My argument would be because of the excessive spending, in my opinion, reckless spending, and getting like no returns from it that we're seeing. Phil Spencer is worse than Don Matrick.
Remember that E3 where Don Matrick gave everyone the Slim for free? Remember they launched the Slim, and it's just like, everyone here will get a Slim on us. So like, oh my god. It's like, you get an Xbox, everyone gets an Xbox.
No, I don't remember that.
He's trying to be like, you don't remember? Oh, wow.
No, I don't remember that.
There's some times where like, I want to do live streams and just go back and rewatch every single E3 conference that there was. Yeah.
Hey, there's people that do that.
Yeah, and I do want to find the one too that when G4 was still a thing and like they were debuting the new trailer for Halo 3, but because they're on network television, they had to cut the commercial right in the middle. And like you can hear in the back, the director's like, go to commercial. And then Adam Sess was like, no, it's still going. Go to commercial. It's still going. Go to commercial. And they had to go to commercial and then come back and be like, all right, here's the rest of the Halo trailer that we can show you. Such boneheaded decisions with that network. But anyway.
No, E3, it had some really screwed up moments. Yeah, that would be fun too. because I remember Mr. Coffee. That was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then the
The
number
Konami one.
I always hated Ubisoft's. Always hated it. Always hated it. Always hated
Bill
it.
McHale.
Because every fucking time they would come out and they would have Just Dance where everybody's coming out there acting like fucking idiots.
Ubisoft is so fucking hokey. Like
You
it's
have the
stupid.
dancing bear. The dancing bear comes out, and it's just, what the fuck is happening right now? How does this portray the video game that you want us to buy and you want people to invest in your company? How does a dancing bear and all this insanity tie into it? And the worst part that just made me say, okay, that's it. I'm done with life. I'm out of here. Is they, I can't remember what tragedy it was, but people had died. Something happened. They had that moment where they all came out, everybody was dancing, the dancing bear and all that bullshit, and then they stopped and had a somber moment of silence. It was the stupidest, hokiest, fakest fucking thing I'd ever seen in my life.
I'm trying to remember what the tragedy was that they did.
But they did that.
for.
You remember, don't you?
It's starting
Let's
to
just stop
unlock in
mid-celebration.
my
Not
memory.
started at the beginning. If someone could fact check this for us, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Please help my memory if I'm not remembering it correctly. But my memory is they came out, they did their routine, and then at the end they wanted to have a moment of silence for whatever tragedy it was. And I thought, you are fucking kidding me. So please help me. Please tell me I'm wrong. I would love to hear that.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like after this podcast is done, I'm gonna look for like hopefully someone's got like a curated playlist of like all the E3 conferences or all of the Nintendo Directs when they switch to that. Like that would be a real trip to go back and watch, and also to see like if any of these games came out or got canceled or like what the reception was or what the hype was or anything. I would think that would be really fun to do sometime.
I can tell you
I'm
the
always looking for
Kinect
stuff
did
to have
wonderfully.
in the background. God. Skittles.
Speaking of Xbox, how about that Kinect?
Oh, Fruit Ninja was fun. That one worked.
I'll have you
Kinect
know,
Adventures worked.
I have a Kinect right
Kind
over
of.
there. It's hanging out, and I haven't played it. I haven't touched it. I haven't done anything with it, and I'm not going to until I get a copy of Star Wars Kinect. Where's my copy of Star Wars Kinect so I can do the Han Solo dance? That's when.
Well, can't we just find it? Aren't like a bunch of these games like pretty cheap, or is there like a few odd ones that are like expensive because not many were sold? Blah blah blah.
There you go.
Oh my
There's the Kinect Star Wars right there.
There you go.
This hurt my wrists and my arm by just going like this when I'm trying to deflect laser blasts with my lightsaber. It didn't work. To make sure that like I could accurately do it, I had to grab like one of my spare like toy lightsaber hilts to make it feel like I was actually holding something. The pod race was kind of cool. I never did the dancing in that because I really hate those songs. I really do. They're terrible.
They are. That's what makes them so fun, though. You have to remember.
They're cringe. You're just embracing the cringe, and that's what matters.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, we're not the biggest fans of JonTron these days, but I gotta say that was a funny fucking moment between him and Ego Raptor. That was an excellent ending to that video. I mean, tell me, am I wrong?
The whole
That's so
arcade.
long ago.
It was, wasn't it?
So long. Oh, we're old.
Johnny and I, yes.
Yes.
Old too.
I felt it
Let me just
today.
brag
I,
about how old I am.
like, I had to pick something off the ground and a customer dropped and I could hear like every single bone crack. I was like, ow, 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 ow. And the other gentleman was just like laughing. And I said, yeah, it sucks getting old. Am I right? Luckily, he didn't knock my block off.
How about like
The only other thing, the only other Kinect one I would want to get, would have been Dragon Ball Z Connect. So playing Ultimate Budokai Tenkaichi, but in first person and flailing like this.
Oh, could you imagine a Fist of the North Star Connect game?
There's a Fist of the North Star fitness boxing for the Switch.
Oh God, yeah, I see Mars Girl playing that. Like I can only imagine how it goes because like watching Fist of the North Star, that's got to be a workout in and of itself if you're supposed to punch just that wildly. I gotta watch videos of this. I gotta see if that's how it's played.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, I have the connect, and we did use it. The main one that we used it for though was like a few Dance Central stuff, which that works out pretty well. Fruit Ninja, that's a workout and a half.
So,
but I had ones I didn't get a chance to try though, because like my brother bought the UFC trainer one, and I never got around to doing that.
So Fruit Ninja on that one, do you just like slice your hand in the air? Is that what you do?
Yeah.
But I guess you just do it quickly. Yeah, like Liz is doing. Wow.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Yeah. Bro, the Kinect sucks. I hate the Kinect on the Xbox One because I felt like it was spying on me. Like the technology became good enough that I felt like it was spying on me because of the commands you could do to turn it on and shit. And I always unplugged it when I was at people's houses. I was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about the Xbox on. Xbox, go to Netflix. That's not worth it. I want a fucking remote for this, not a shouting command.
I tried that when I was at DirecTV, where we had an Xbox with Kinect in the break room that had like KI and stuff. So I would use that voice command as soon as I walked in because they're like, you get a 15-minute break. You better be back on time. I'm like, fuck, I better play some KI pretty quick. Xbox on! And then just get in there really quick. But it was just weird knowing that it is spying on you. It's watching everything you do and listening to everything you say.
Yeah.
It's
okay,
so
Wordman is like on fire tonight with his commentary. Let me break. Xbox, go home. You're drunk.
I love
you
those.
are like, oh my god, stop. You're too much tonight.
I love the trolling videos that have it where someone had a gamer tag that said Xbox turn off. So like kids who get killed in COD and just be like, oh, what are you doing? Xbox turn off. No.
That's a what a little troll. That's like an innocent troll. Let me be real. If there was an innocent troll, it'd be that.
There was a call when I was still working at DirecTV with this guy who had he got an Xbox One for his TV and everything, and he thought his Kinect was so cool. I could hear him while he was getting everything together and like using his Kinect to control it. He was sitting there like, Xbox on and all that. He's like, have you seen this new Xbox? It's so cool, man. It's got this device that you could just say things to it and it works. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. You like this piece of shit?
When we first got the Kinect, I was trying to like be like, oh, we're gonna be all immersive. I'm gonna navigate the menus like this, and it was just like, come on, come on, fuck it. I just grabbed the controller at that point.
Also, it's like the Power Glove.
Oh my god! I just realized. I don't know if I have that, but I should have gotten that Steel Battalion game. So what do you have to use the Kinect and the control at the same time?
Oh god. Oh god.
Man,
I gotta check
imagine like having like an OG Steel Battalion in great shape with none of the mechanisms or buttons broken. Oh my god. That'd be insane.
Now, since we're dunking on Kinect, we also have to have an episode where we all trash the PlayStation Move. I think it's equally fair. Here's the only problem with that. God. Here's the only problem with that. This is going to be a major dig at PlayStation because they did the PlayStation Move. Everybody dunks on Kinect because they've run into it at some point in time. Who the fuck has tried the PlayStation Move? Okay.
Not a ton.
1 out of 3.
I played a bunch.
1 out of 3.
Not particularly. Like I do have the wands, but they are for the PlayStation VR.
Yeah, I don't.
Just so I can like accurately play some PlayStation VRs.
They're still using the wands
that, like,
for the new stuff. It's like that's like amazing. Like that's cool.
No, actually, no. For PlayStation VR 2, they have like those new like if you ever see like the Meta Quest there.
Yeah.
But like if you were to get the old one for the PlayStation 4, they use the wands. Which was funny is that with the Move, They were dog shit. Nobody wanted them. They would sit in bargain bins, but as soon as it became compatible with the VR, they automatically
They were
went back up in price.
gone.
Well, no, they went back up in price. Like if you wanted a brand new set of them, they were like
Mhm.
$130.
Yeah.
But what's funny is
It's
that
insane.
I went to my game, or okay, they're rebranding back to EB Games here in Canada, which is weird. But I went to my EB Games and I saw a box there of them brand new for like use on the VR, and they wanted $130 for them. And then I look in the bargain bin when they have them in the little plastic baggies. I was like, "Yeah, I could just buy these two here for $15. Why don't I do that?"
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, I guess I did use the wands when I tried VR on PS4, but like actually PlayStation Move wise to play PS Move games, I've never done it. Only VR. Now PSVR is really good, but I've never played like a PlayStation Move specific game. Never played it.
I don't have a lot of time playing it, but I helped my friend find a bunch of PS Move stuff. I didn't really do much beyond like quick little sampling of things.
It always looked like shovelware. Just like some really bad stuff. Now the PSVR stuff that
Yeah.
came out, all of that looked amazing. Like that's where Astrobot came from.
Mhm.
And Astrobot's fucking amazing. Love Astrobot.
That's so cute. It's just a little cute guy. He's just a little guy. He's just a little guy.
Oh my god!
It's a little
I was
guy
checking my shelf. I have a shelf that I have a list of things when I do these streams. So I was like, oh yeah, just type ! Shelf and donate to Extra Life or to me to make me play games. I do have that Steel Battalion game. Now they have to get that set up.
Oh,
You gotta do it, dude. You gotta do it.
gotta do it.
Damn it! Damn it!
You gotta live that life, buddy. That's what you've done to yourself.
You have done that yourself.
I think we're probably going to have to, at some point, revisit the positive side of I almost said PlayStation, of Xbox,
Yeah.
because
Right.
we are out of time for this evening. We've got to wrap it up here, but
Bye, nerd.
we have a really fun topic for next time. We hope to see you all, because we're going to talk about a little bit of creativity in game hardware, what the future looks like in the history, as we give a little nod to Mr. Gunpei Yokoi and how he made games fun, not through sheer power, but by innovation. So I think that's going to be a really fun topic. That's not just Nintendo. I mean, plenty of different companies have done it, from PlayStation with some of their controller hardware to Microsoft with making controllers for people who can't traditionally play video games because of physical issues. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We hope to see everybody there. Have a wonderful evening until next time, guys.
Before time,
Night.
people might have Switch 2s.
Yes!
Yeah.
We'll see you there. Bring your Switch
Updates
2s.
later.